Hello everyone, this is Susie Q of Susie Q's Happy Little Haven, and welcome to my Nursery Room Window. Hi everyone. So today I have my two big girls with me. They're both size 3 to 6 months, and I'm doing a comparison video for my shoe fairy friend Jan. She wanted to see the difference between these two big girls. And so, you know, of course they're not the same sculpt. The one on the left, I've named her Betsy, and she's the Brinley sculpt by Donofrio. And then on the right, we have my newest, which is Heidi. And Heidi is the Luv Buggie sculpt by Tuzio-Ross. And so, the differences in these two, they both wear size 3 to 6 months. They're a little bit different in the way that their bodies are made. For example, the arms on Betsy on the left are a little bit shorter than the one on the right, Heidi. And I also noticed that Heidi's hands are much larger than Betsy's. And then, but the thing about now I'm going to get them mixed up. The thing about Betsy's legs is that they're longer and a little bit chubbier than Heidi's legs. And Heidi's legs are right here. Go ahead and so you can see where their knees are. I've set them side by side as closely together as I could. And Betsy's legs are longer and they've got more chubba rolls in them. And so that's mainly the difference. Their body size is about the same. Like I said, they're both 3 to 6 months. Their heads are about the same size. Betsy looks like she's got chubbier cheeks, but in measuring I just measured with my hand, you know, my fingers. What I did was I went like this, you know, and then I kept the same measurement and went over to Heidi. And they're both, even though Betsy's cheeks look chubbier, they both have about the same size of face. It looks like Heidi's head is a little bit taller, and so Betsy's head is a little bit more compacted, I guess you would say. So that's the difference that I can see between them. And so, Jan, I hope that's what you were talking about when you said you wanted me to compare the two, because it is really something to have two that are the same size in the way of, you know, the clothes that they wear, but then their limbs are different, different lengths, and like I said, the hands are sizably, noticeably bigger on Heidi. And you can see too, they both have a pointy finger. Let me show you Heidi's. Let me go this way. There's Heidi's little pointy finger. And see, they're not exactly the same kind of pointy finger, but they're both pointing. And so, but then these hands, let's see, it would be Betsy's left hand and Heidi's right hand. They're almost the same shapes, but not quite, you know. So anyway, two different artists sculpted these two. The same reborn artist, Emma Bennett, reborn both of these. So so Jan, there you have it. Let me know if there was something else that you wanted me to show you with these two, okay? So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to join you back on the changing table, and I want to change Heidi on the right. I want to change her into a cute little fall outfit. So I will see you there in just a few moments. Hi everyone, so I'm back with Heidi, and I'm going to show you the outfit that I'm going to change her into today. And I want to put a onesie on her. I noticed that she didn't have a onesie on, And I chose this one for her. And I thought it would be really cute for her to wear. It says worth the wait. And it's got little like flower things along the side. And I think it'll go really cute underneath. And the reason I chose this one is because I waited a long time for this little one, for Emma to reborn her, because it was right after, just before she was going to go on vacation. I asked her about this doll. That was in around July. And I asked her if she could reborn her, but you know, it was just like way too late. And I said, you know, can you reborn her, you know, after you get back? And she, of course, said yes. And so then, you know, she had to find the kit and everything. But so I waited a long time. Usually I can, when Emma does a reborn for me, it's in like maybe 2 weeks at the most, but this one was like 2 months, and so it was a long wait for me, you guys. So anyway, I thought that would be a cute little onesie for her to wear right now. And this is the dress that I'm going to be putting on her. It's got a separate cardigan sweater. And it just reminds me of fall. You know, right now we're having very chilly weather. And I'm wearing my sweater. I'm wearing a shirt underneath my sweater, actually, because it's pretty chilly here. This is a next baby dress. And so I'll show you. The sweater's really cute. And so is the, it's got little puff sleeves. And then it buttons with pretty buttons down the back. And then here's the sweater. Really cute outfit. Really super cute outfit. And then for the accessories, she's going to be wearing these pretty pink little shoes that were gifted to us by my shoe fairy friend Jan. And then these little socks that are like a light pink as well. These are sort of like a medium light pink, and then these are light pink, and they have a little pretty ruffle along the edge. And then her hair, I'm going to put these pink bows in her hair, and then these really pretty earrings that were gifted to us by Auntie Chris. So there you have it, Auntie Chris from the UK. Yep. So let's go ahead and get started. And I wanted to talk to you about a really fun program, TV sitcom program that I've been watching lately. I just discovered it the other day, and so I've been watching it, you know, for a couple of weeks now. And it's the Leave It to Beaver show, and it's actually the black and white TV program that was done back in 1959. And let's see, I was born in 54, so I was 5 years old when that program first came out. And so they're showing the original program, and I'll tell you what, you guys, it's been so much fun for me to watch it, because it's like there's totally a huge difference in the way that families, you know, the way that moms and dads relate with their kids, raise their kids, the way that they, you know, converse with each other, you know, the whole shebang. And so the things I was going to talk about, like the things that I noticed that was real different back then than what we do now. And so I'm going to go ahead and take her little dolly. This little dolly was gifted to her, especially for her, by Auntie Claudia. So thank you, Claudia, again. Auntie Claudia and her family sent this little doll. So we'll go ahead and put her little dolly, I guess, right, I'm trying to figure out where to put it. You won't be able to see it until I give it back to her again. So, but yeah, so the Leave It to Beaver show. So this is a show about a mom and a dad, and they have 2 sons, and they have one son that's the oldest. His name is Wally. Their last name is Cleaver, and So it's June and Ward Cleaver is the mom and dad, and then their son is Wally, who is a sophomore in high school, and then Theodore, he's in the 4th grade. He's 10 years old, and but they call him Beaver. And you know, I've been meaning to look up to find out, you know, why they call him Beaver. I don't know if it's because he's as busy as a beaver, or you know, I have no clue why they call him the Beaver. But that's just his nickname, you know. But anyway, so yeah, these two boys, they share the same bedroom, if you can believe that. They have twin beds, of course. And so, I mean, if you could imagine in today's world, that I don't think that would ever happen, to have a 10-year-old share a bedroom with a sophomore in high school. That just wouldn't happen, you know. And the reason it wouldn't is because it wouldn't be the 10-year-old that would be complaining. I think the sophomore wouldn't want a little kid in his room, you know. And so that's one of the differences that I noticed. Where are you going, little Luv Buggie, little Heidi? And so yeah, and then the other thing, I mean, there's a lot of things, and I was just going to I was just going to touch on a few points. So the show starts, the way the show starts out is the mom and the dad, you know, they come into the bedroom first thing in the morning to wake the boys up for school. And the mom and the dad are fully dressed. Mom has her very nice hairdo going on. She's got her dress, and you know, I don't know if she wears heels, or, you know, I rarely see her feet, so I don't know if she's wearing high heels, but she probably is, is my guess, because she's got like a dress on. You know, she's a very slender woman, and that her dresses are always cinched really tightly around her waist, and the skirts are long and full. And you know, like when she comes in the room, you know, the boys' bedroom, she's got her pearls on, and, you know, whatever necklace she's wearing. And this is first thing in the morning, you guys, you know, waking up the kids. And then the dad, you know, he's gonna go to work, you know, so he's got his suit and tie on, and he's probably got his best shoes on too. And and I'm thinking, you know, I just think it's really neat. I am not making fun of this show at all. It's really neat to see, you know, what the parents and the kids were like when I was growing up. Because, of course, you know, I don't have a lot of memories of those type of things. Or, you know, of course, I'm not going to remember what people wore and stuff. But, so, yeah, and then, amazingly enough, lo and behold, they all have breakfast together in the mornings, you know, before school and before work, you know. They all get together and they have breakfast at the breakfast table, and the mom fixes this really nice breakfast, you know, like a full breakfast, and they all sit down and they have little discussions and stuff like that at breakfast time. And then, you know, of course the mom has everybody's lunches made, and now I remember my mom used to make our lunches. So that, you know, that's probably the only, I'm trying to think if that's the only same thing that happened at our house. My mom had four kids plus a husband to make a lunch for every morning. And every morning she got up early for my husband. She was probably up by, I would say probably 5 o'clock, and made him a nice, you know, eggs and toast and coffee for breakfast. And so she, you know, she did that for him. And then us kids would get up and we'd have our thing for breakfast would be cereal. We'd have our cereal, you know, like Okay, you guys, sorry about that. My camera ran out of storage, and so I had to delete some files, and so now we're good to go again. But I remember I was talking about what we kids had for breakfast, and we had things like Cheerios, cornflakes, Raisin Bran, you know, all the nutritious cereals like that. We didn't ever have sugary cereals in the house. And the other thing, the big difference too, is that you know, on the Leave It to Beaver show, they all eat off of what looks to me like china in the mornings and at dinner time. You know, it doesn't look like china is used for a special occasion, unless back in those days they had their regular china. You know, that their everyday china, I would say, and then the china that, you know, the special occasion china. So, yeah, I mean, we didn't have china. We had, was it Melame or Melamac, plastic dinnerware and plastic, you know, bowls that we had our cereal from. Because, you know, and my goodness, I don't blame my mom for having us eat off of plastic, because if we didn't, there would be so much breakage going on with 4 kids, and, you know, that wouldn't work, eating off a nice china and stuff. Let's see, the other thing, one of the other things that I noticed is they will leave Beaver, who's 10 years old, like I said, they'll leave him at home by himself. You know, they'll take off and go somewhere, and they'll just leave Beaver at home, which when I was bringing up the kids, that was kind of young to leave kids at home, being, you know, 10. That's kind of young, I think, but back in those days, it was probably safer too, you know. Let's see, another thing, oh, there was one episode that I watched where they went. So Beaver has this little friend, his best friend, and they do all kinds of fun things together, you know. And anyway, so one day they decided that they were going to go to the lake, and they were going to go to the lake, and then there were some older boys there at the lake that had stolen a rowboat. And so that, you know, they asked Beaver and his little friend, his little guy friend, if they wanted to ride, you know, take a ride in the boat and stuff. But anyway, yeah, you know, they got in the boat and you know, they rode around and stuff. But here's the thing. Like, they didn't have life jackets on. The mom didn't care if, you know, didn't mind if they went to the lake and, you know, like unsupervised and stuff. And I mean, that's a huge difference than when I raised my kids, you know. My gosh, I was much more a helicopter mom than back in the days when I was raised, I guess. I don't know, my mom was pretty strict. She wasn't like the Leave It to Beaver family. You know, we weren't allowed to do a lot of things when I was growing up. I think that my mom was just overly protective of us. And so, yeah, you know, but, so yeah, I think, I don't know what type of family life the Leave It to Beaver clan was, you know, trying to signify. Maybe it was just like a make-believe, you know, wishing that family life could be that way. I don't know, you know, but anyway, I find it really interesting to watch old-fashioned movies like that, because I like to see what they're going to wear. I like to see, like I said, you know, they eat off of china. I like to see the differences in the generations and the era of, you know, what people used to do. And like I said, I was 5 years old when this sitcom was done, and so I'm very interested to see. You know, they also show like the dad. The dad comes home at the same time every day, and he's riding in this big, oh, huge, old-fashioned car. I don't even know what the name of the model of the car is, you know. But yeah, as the kids are coming home from school, Dad's coming home from work, and I don't know. It's just really, you know, idealistic, I guess is what you would want to call it. You know, like ideal. It's ideal family life for back in those days. Oh, another thing too. You know, there's certain things that the boys will talk about with their mom, but then, oh, you know, there's other things that, oh no, we can't talk to mom about that. We gotta talk to dad because it'll upset mom too much, you know. Or there was one show, it was yesterday, I think it was, that I saw when the mom, the son was asking if dad was home, and no, dad wasn't home yet, you know, and so Wally, the oldest, wants to talk to his mom about this certain thing, you know, and he starts talking about it, and she goes, "Oh no, I think that's something that your father needs to handle," you know. And the funny thing is, like, when I raised my kids up, I handled everything, you know, anything that came up, because my husband was, he worked a lot, you know, he was a truck driver, and he was gone a lot, he did long hauls and stuff like that, and so I handled everything at home, you know, except the finances. Of course, he did the finances, which he's much better at, and I did the kids, which I was much better at, and so anything that came up, I handled, you know, and so when the boys want to, you know, talk to their dad, it's like, okay, well, let's go into my study, you know, let's go into my office, and we'll have a discussion about it. So, oh my gosh, it's just really a neat program. There's a lot of, you know, lessons being taught to young kids that are probably watching the show, and you know, there's some good lessons learned, and lots of neat teachings and stuff like that. So anyway, I've been really wanting to talk about the Leave It to Beaver show, because I've really been enjoying them. That's been my nighttime program that I watch in the evenings when the hubby goes to bed and Jenny's all sleeping, and I just kind of enjoy my TV time with my popcorn and enjoy the old-fashioned days. So anyway, what do you think, you guys? This dress looks really, really cute on her, doesn't it? I guess I usually like to, you know, show you the whole thing. There it is. And I forgot to show you too that it's got a little slip underneath. It's about the same. It's like a medium orange. Really, really pretty dress. So there she is. So anyway, everyone, gosh, that's, I hope you enjoyed this discussion of my old-fashioned TV show that I watched, you know, and thank you so much for visiting today. I really enjoyed your company. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope that your weather is cooperating. Ours is really chilly right now. I'm wearing, like I said, my sweater, and I've got this little cardigan on Heidi. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and until we meet again, bye bye from me and Heidi. Bye bye.